Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Titan Quest. My name is Wilfred and this is loaded with the Ragnarok DLC. I'm playing the Runemaster, which is the new class being added into this game series after 10 years. So this is not a new game, it's 10 years old game. That explains the graphic a little bit, but I still enjoy it a lot despite the the graphic itself. So now in this video, I'm going to just play a little bit of my Runemaster and talk a little bit about the progress so far, because it's always nice to talk about how things are from a new player's perspective and what are the new kind of power that I've acquired as a Runemaster, the gear progression and the overall where I am in the game. So I'm going to play a little bit of the game as well, and thanks for some of you who has given me some tips on how to play this game properly. I've changed the game setting to fast and things go a little bit faster. I guess 10 years ago the ARPG was kind of a little bit different from what we are today. Today things come very fast, like Diablo 3, like Path of Exile. So you could actually turn this to fast, even very fast. I haven't really got to very fast yet. I like to get the hang of it first. So the from the gear-wise perspective, I'm still having two kind of like setting. One is the range, one is the melee. With a click of mouse button, I can toggle between the two. My melee is actually having a much better kind of DPS, so I probably would like to upgrade my bow if possible, because a lot of time I find it quite useful to pull from range perspective. In terms of the other gears wise, there are actually quite some interesting stats, like you can have plus other damage like physical damage, or you can have health regen and mana leech and stuff like that. So energy. Different game. Yeah, and also from a gearing perspective, I prefer to take some health regen these days. I found that the health and health regen really help a lot in terms of the survivability. It can get a little bit hard for some of these like mob packs that would attack you simultaneously, and I found that if I could have some kind of like health regen and higher health, that will definitely help my survivability. Energy regen is kind of important as well, but I guess because I haven't really invested too much onto the some of the skill that require more energy, so I haven't really felt that need yet. And I know some of you have already told me that I could assign the attribute here into various category. I intend to save about 10 points, just in case some of the gear that I'd like to equip, but I'm lacking of 1 or 2 strength or dexterity, then I still have an option to do it. But I know it's a little bit too high, so I really don't know which one to go for, because for the attribute wise, it cannot be reset. So once the decision is made, it's final. I am leaning towards the health because I found that that heroes can't DPS. Well, that is always the case, isn't it? Okay, so that is more from the character perspective. From the skill perspective, is rather interesting as well. I could pick a second kind of mastery, but I really would like to focus on the rune first. I'd like to get it up to the max. I'm not entirely sure if it is the best mastery in fact, because if you look at other classes, I presume, because I read up a little bit on the internet, it is usually the two combo, like strength, intelligence, strength, dexterity, or intelligence, dexterity kind of like combination with energy and health mixed into the whole formula. For Runemaster, I would presume that it's more leaning towards the health and strength / dexterity. Now, why the higher than usual intelligence, I'm not quite sure. Maybe from a gearing perspective, we'll probably look for dexterity of health. But I don't know. I still need to play around with it. My intent is to fill up this mastery so that I could get some of this like unlocked. I know the right way to play this game is not to put 1 point on everywhere, but I would like to play it such a way that I could experiment different kind of like build. That's one. Another thing is that I would like to also look into what is the progression like, from level 1 to 2 to 16, for example. What are the incremental kind of damage I'll get, and I would like to mix it up so that I can do some theory crafting towards the end. Like, is it worth it to put 10 points here and there, or 10 points here or versus 10 points here and stuff like that. So That is what my plan is. Now, from a progression perspective, I've got some quite an interesting power. You've seen the runic mine, which is basically the stuff here, and I find it quite useful for kiting, because sometimes when the mob or bosses that I can hardly stand still and fire or attack, I could create all these runes here, and I can just kite them around my runes, and then they'll get exploded and die. So that is really useful. This one is a buff for myself, which is called the Rune of Life, which is the one that you've seen it. This is a buff for myself. Then you have there's a wall as well. I find it quite useful, the Menhir wall, which will kind of block the projectile coming their way, as well as some of the melee kind of mobs. They will just kind of be attracted to this wall. However, there are some magical kind of caster. I find that they will cast over the wall, just something that you have to dodge yourself. Number 4 is the Seal of Fate. It's kind of interesting. Seal of Fate can be cast anywhere, either there or there. So it'll give 1 second delay or so. I think 1 second delay. Then after that, it'll explode. A 2 second delay. I think I can't remember how long where it got delayed. So in a sense, I think 3 seconds, because I'm using a faster kind of speed right now. So now the good thing about this is that sometimes you are faced with some kind of caster or range kind of mobs that is very annoying as a melee, because even if you go near them, they will just keep moving. So I may as well switch to range, and after that I cast this power here, the Seal of Fate, to do the damage upon them. So that's one way. Also, I have main attack is being enhanced with the rune weapon together with the multi-shot. Multi-shot is the Thunder Strike. Thunder Strike for range is hitting multiple target. For melee, it automatically charge up and close the target. So it's rather nice and agile. I think all the power has a role to play. It depends on whether my playstyle that would evolve into, so I'm not entirely sure. So that was the main skill that I've got so far, but there's augmentation as well. So these are all the base skill that I've introduced to you just now. You've seen it all, but there are augmentation, like for example, the one that the rune weapon is being enchanted with being enhanced with the magical charge. That after that, then you have the energy drain as well. That will drain the energy of the target. So and then of course higher up it will be another one that you could unlock. As for the rune word explode, the one that you've seen there, there's also augmented with rune word burn. They leave damage over time as well. So not just the rune, not just do an explosion, but do a damage over time. And it's kind of nice because you sometimes you kite the bosses, and that is what kind of you just want to keep the damage going against the boss, and and that's really about it. I've got Seal of Fate, which is a new one here. So that is where I've done in the progression wise, and from the map wise perspective, because I just recently discovered this, and I was wondering, what am I supposed to do? Because I just focus on this part, and they tell me that I have already, traveled from various parts of country, places, and I have to travel to so-and-so, consult the Great Oracle there. So that is a main quest, but then, there's actually a tab on the side quest as well, and side quest is the one that you could, as you go to different zone and meet different people, they may hand you different kind of quests, and that's how you track how things are. And for example, I'm still trying to I think I haven't done this one yet. I have to go back to the zone to go back to Sparta to do the poisoned spring, because just we have to search for the cause of the thing. It's kind of interesting. I mean, the side quest is not mandatory, but it kind of add a whole flavor, going back, revisit the place. And I kind of like the old way of questing when things are not as linear as before in the past, because things it could get a little bit linear in the new ARPG, whereby they already direct you from A to B and you cannot quite miss where things are. There's no need to explore where the maps are and stuff like that. You won't miss anything. You just follow the pointer from A to B. But let's just go through a story now.
It is proper in the eyes of the great god Apollo to present the oracle with a gift. If you wish to find favor with the god of this temple, Return to me with a branch from the sacred olive tree.
So the side quest updated. A proper offering is a sacred olive tree.
Obtain the branch of a sacred olive tree. This shall be your offering. There is such a tree in a grove above the Helicos Pass, near the village of Ambrosus.
So I need to go to Ambrosus. I believe these are places of the Greek. And must be a temple of Temple of Apollo. Wow, look at that. Oh wow, this is beautiful. I mean, this is really beautiful.
Welcome, Seeker. You have come for a prophecy. Since Leonidas sent you, and you are a worthy supplicant, I shall channel Apollo's prophecy if he wills it. Wait. I, the Oracle of Great Apollo, am having a vision. The Ancient Ones emerge and run in chaos's full eruption. An evil band in every land, delighting in destruction. What seems shapeless, formless, and faceless, their Great One is releasing. So to enslave both god and knave, their sorrows thus increasing. Who is man to stay the hand of those the gods can't better? And a hero yet takes the bet to break the evil's fetter. 3 lights of hope to help you cope. One south in sand and wonder. One to the east, defeat the beast, and tear their plan asunder. The final light will mark the fight, where you must face your fear. A door ajar, you travel far, and yet you find it near.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting because it seems like they have a vision, and they tell you a little bit on how the thing goes. Wow, that's amazing.
You, warrior, are not what you seem. You came here to discover the source of these monsters. Nearby in the foothills of Parnassus lie the Parnassus Caves. Travel through these caves, and on the far side, you shall find your answer.
Very good. Main quest being updated, blah blah, and I've completed the words of the oracle. Very interesting. So yep. So that is essentially what some of the story is. And wow, what in the world is this, man? Seriously. Oh, that
everything done can be undone.
Oh, wow. So I could actually remove the pawn, but then because I've put in everywhere, it would probably be a bit hard, costly to remove everything. So hence, don't make a mistake somehow. I think I'll just leave it as it is first. And wow, okay, I can buy back the skill pawn, but then it'll increase as I remove more pawns. Okay, you cannot remove the pawns from the mastery. And the last pawn cannot be removed from a skill unless any modifiers above it is being removed. Of course, it makes sense that way. So I think my strategy will still be the same. I just unlock everything else and I try to do some theory crafting, understand how it works. Then after that, I'll just trim off things that I don't really
teach you greatness.
Need as well. So now I'm just exploring. Ooh, wow. So this is the one that explode. Okay, so this is a foothill. I'm not quite sure whether I'm supposed to be here or not, but we shall see. Yep, so that is it's a lot faster, I mean, compared to the last video I've made. This is a charge. Yep, I can just destroy everything. So far, it's a foothill. I think I've been here before, maybe. Ooh, Some of them die. Oh, yeah, see? That's nice. Wow, okay, so it's rather nice and pleasant, and you can kite them around and they will all die in some sense. And then charge in and you see what I mean? I mean the runic work is kind of nice. And I'll try to explore every corner just in case there are some like hidden cave here and there. Let's switch back to ranged. So far, it is still so good. Alright. Some loot, and but once you've been to a place, it lights up like this one, and then after that, this looks a bit different from. The only thing that I find it a bit strange is that sometimes when I do a 4, it doesn't quite work. Yeah, like I would like to have the AoE. Oh, okay, done. Yep. Oh, there's a big one. So let me see what I can do. I'm being looted somehow. But this guy is so that's done. I've destroyed the hero monster. Hero monster is a bit of higher ranking one. Yeah, so it's just that sometimes I'm not quite sure when I. Yeah, now it works. Trying to get the rune thing working. So I've okay. So this is like a dungeon entrance. So let's see. There you go. It's kind of nice. It's a cave. Supposed to come to a cave, I think. There is a rebirth fountain. Should anything goes bad, I'll rebirth over here. Let's try not to get there. Oh, there is like some essence. Okay, so what is this one? Shrine of Thorns. Alright. So I'm with Thorn. I've got stuff like this one here. Whoa, wait, hang on a second. Ooh, what am I doing? That is like a... That's what happens when you mess up your rotation a bit. I was supposed to do a multi-shot here. So that's done. Yep. This guy is running away. So, done. Nice. There's something sinister when you try to get them to run into your minds. I think there should be a boss somehow, somewhere, I presume. So when in doubt, you can always look in your map to see where things are. I realize that this game has to proceed with care a little bit because it could get... See, there you go. Things just die, right? It's kind of something sinister. I like it. Come on, come on, come on. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, see? Nice. Yeah, there was Thorn, by the way. Thorn. Okay, so that is nice. Oh, I run out of mana. Energy. Run out of energy. So that side is done. Let's see. There must be a boss somewhere. Oh, see? Right. Wow, this is huge, man. Oh wow, there's a different color to it, and yeah. Okay, health potion a bit. They dropped no loot for me, and there is no chest here. Let's see. There's a chest over there, but it's not any, like, you know, really exciting kind of like. Just a normal chest, this one. Some gold. So there is a light source there. Usually will tell me that there's some good loot somewhere maybe. It's huge. Oh, there's a shrine. Battle marker. Whatever it means. Just make me more awesome. Let's see. Well, that is it. There's a boss, I think. Well, I don't think it's a boss, but this place has quite a few loot. Okay. Hardened padded mantle. Then I have some stuff which I don't use, and this should be a good chest. With the bow, that will be good. So I may need a bow upgrade anyway. So progressing. Come to me and die. Okay, so that wasn't that hard. I don't know how the mob level works, but oh wow. There's a lot of poison going on. So I think the difficulties I have right now with this game is that when I fire a power, it doesn't quite come off. I have to learn how to use the some of these things. Maybe it's a space here that I need to, like, yeah, I can do it now. Very strange. Okay. This dungeon is rather big, to be honest. One more. Fine. Okay, so that is, I've came from there, so more or less I've covered this area. It could well be somewhere deeper when I see the real boss. We shall see. Or that was a real boss, I'm not quite sure. The rest are just spiders. Ooh, my buff. Right, just finish with melee and okay, so that's done. Oh, there's a lot. Your health can drop quite fast. You have to be a little bit careful. So now I'm getting closer. You can sense that something is happening. Authors. Wow, you have a creature that has 2 heads. So this is a yellow elite. Okay, a bit of health regen. I think I can push through this one. It never get old, really. That was a charge, by the way. This is a rather large dungeon, to be honest. There's a lot of mob types here. Okay. I wanted to. So this corner is done, and I think, yep. You see, the lighting is fantastic. It's quite a masterpiece, to be honest. And health potion, always nice. Yeah, they were stunned a bit. Alright, so I am getting clear of this one here. Yeah, this is the part that's a bit tricky. Woo! Woo! No, 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 no. Come on, man. The mine sometimes cannot land because of the... Ooh, this guy is hard. Oh, because he keep healing himself, is it? Come on, man. That's unfair. That was a little bit tricky, a little bit exciting. I mean, you know, if you die, you have to run back to the cave and get your corpse back to earn back the experience point. Okay, so now things get a little bit more serious. Oh, crap. Yeah, I have no idea why it doesn't work. Okay. So that would be... so that... I came from there. So I think I came from there. And the... No, actually I went through a cage. So that is for... I just want to open up the other one as well to make sure that I've got it all covered. So even when I play Diablo 3, it's the same thing. I like to just... Gold. Oh, perfect timing. Perfect timing it was. So yep, so this is mainly a cage just to run through to get to the other side. That hero monster was the boss I'm supposed to. And I think yeah, I think I'll just take a break from here because it will be ongoing journey into the next zone of the map. And my wife is waiting for me to make coffee for her, so I need to sort of like call it a day. But what I'll do is that I'll go back to town. And by the way, there are different countries here. I think I may have skipped a town somehow. So I started off in Helos and went into Sparta. Then Megara is where I've been to. Then after that, I haven't opened up this guy, which I presume is somewhere here or there. I'm not quite sure. But I've gone to Parnassus, which is here. So I think this could well be chapter 1. I'm not quite sure because there sounds like there are a few tabs that I can go for. And so I'll just go back to town here, take a look at the loot together with you to see how how it works. I'm not expert in the whole game right now. I'm still like kind of you know, I'm kind of like experimenting. I think, you know, so I need to sort of like quickly understand whether some of this like is better or worse. You know, like here will tell you 41, and you know, then it's 33. So and of course, you know, it comes with secondary kind of like affixes that they don't compare in your DPS, which I think in Diablo 3 they've done a good job in putting like a diamond, orange diamond, to tell you some of the stats that have not been taken into consideration for the damage per second. But this game you have to figure out yourself. Energy, there's another bow that is 23. So wow, this is plus health, man. This could well be nice for me. 31, 25. It's a lot of health though, by the way, but the DPS just not quite there. Alright, so staff and wow, but this necromancer build, man. The bonus to all pets. Then you have this one here. Oh, regen per second. So the shield I've got right now is kind of nice one. It have a nice health as well, but doesn't really have a regen. So this one has quite a nice regen. I may keep it in the future if I really want to try out a different build. But I think so far, all in all the loots are not that very interesting to me. Vitality damage. What in the world is vitality damage? I mean, sometimes I have to like read up a little bit on what some of this means. And anyway, it's kind of out of my league because 131 is a strength required even with reduction itself. So I don't really have that kind of things here. Of course, I could like try to. Yeah, no, it's a lot of points investment to equip this one. But this one could be quite a nice, massive kind of like upgrade onto the player itself, herself. So yeah, so that is all. That's it for me for now. And yeah, this is my favorite doggy here. And I hope you're gonna enjoy this new series on the Titan Quest. Right now in Steam, is $4 after 80% discount for the base game. So I thought it's rather a good bargain. All right, I'll see you next time. Goodbye.